Have you had any contact with President Trump since Thursday?
I have not.
Given that President Trump said today on Air Force One, I don't know if you heard this, but in the last hour, he said he doesn't plan to meet with you for a long time. Is it worth continuing to pursue a discussion, a meeting, a phone call with him at this point?
I didn't see the comment. Look, we stand ready to sit down with the United States, myself with the President, my colleagues with their colleagues, when the U.S. is ready to sit down. We had made considerable progress on a supplement to the trading relationship that we had, considerable progress in the areas of steel, aluminum, and energy associated areas as well. And as I just said, we're ready to sit down when they are ready to do that. If they're not ready to do that, as those comments indicate, then we were always going to do these things, to be clear. We're going to first and foremost build our economy, build it with generational investments, and you will see that not just the scale of the ambition, but the speed with which we put that into effect in the budget on November 4th, and continue to do what we've been doing over the course of the last few days and over the course of recent months, which is to build those other partnerships and deepen those other partnerships on which we're getting very much traction. Thank you.
Next question, Mary.
So the way Mark Carney's talking is usually how people talk before they call an election or before an election happens. Okay. We know that the Conservative Party is very likely not to support the budget because it's going to be so wildly in a deficit. We know the Bloc is not going to support the budget. They've already said we're not going to support the budget. There's not enough things in there for Quebec. This all comes down, believe it or not, to the NDP, right? So remember how we've just been held hostage for years with Justin Trudeau as our prime minister because Jagmeet Singh was on his knees doing some Trudeau begging, we'll call it. Okay. The NDP is now in that same situation, but it's actually significantly worse for the NDP now than it ever has been. So here's why the NDP could call an election. They don't support the budget. That's it. That's the only reason why the NDP would join the Conservatives in the Bloc and call an election. Now, here's why the NDP wouldn't call an election. And this is very important to know, okay? So I want everyone to pay attention. The NDP lost their official party status. So they're not even a legitimate party. They're kind of like the Green Party. They're just there. The NDP has no money. So if an election happened, however many few seats the NDP has, 4 or 5, they have no money. So they would have to borrow more money, but they're already in massive amounts of debt. They probably wouldn't even be qualified for another loan because they've lost their official party status. And you only can really qualify for loans, like for political parties, when you're an official party status. So if the NDP currently has, let's just say, I forget how much they have, but if they have 5 seats, if there was an election with no money, they might walk away with 2 or 3 seats. Okay. So they're in massive debts. They don't even have a leader right now. Their leadership race is in February. So the NDP really can't afford an election, like physically with money, but they also can't afford to lose more seats. So this is the best shot that the NDP has, is holding on to, you know, whatever a little power they have right now. Like they've got no power other than being another coalition party. Now, the thing about the coalition party stuff is that was a big Jagmeet thing. Jagmeet really wanted that coalition because he wanted his legacy to be pharmacare, dental care, and stuff like that, right? Like contraceptives are free for Canadians now because of Jagmeet and Justin Trudeau coalitions. So are we going to see another coalition or are we going to see an election? It literally all hinges on the NDP. And so is the NDP going to do the right thing and say, well, we don't support this budget, it is what it is, and then the Liberals are going to say, okay, well, we're doing an election? Or is the NDP going to say, well, throw us a little bone, throw us some snacks, give us the scraps, and we'll keep quiet the way that they have for the past 4 years under Justin Trudeau? it's kind of a coin toss, right? And it all comes down to that. Believe it or not, it's I don't know how this election would look, because polls came out earlier this morning and the Conservatives actually went down like 4 seats. The Liberals also went down a few seats, but the NDP is going to be completely wiped out. They're going to be decimated. So who's going to poach those seats? The Conservatives very well could poach some of those NDP seats if there were an election, but so could the Liberals. And it's all so risky right now, because if the Liberals go into an election and they walk away with another minority government, we taxpayers just wasted millions and millions of dollars, like hundreds of millions of dollars, on essentially the same or similar outcome as what we have now. So an election could happen. It's not guaranteed. It literally all hinges on the NDP and their leaderless party. We don't know who's steering the boat. We don't know. Like, they're all wild cards. Some of them could say we want an election, and 2 out of 3 could say we don't want an election. 3 out of 2 could say we do. Like, it, nobody knows. Nobody has those answers. It's actually a coin toss right now. That's scary, dude. It's scary that we've just dealt with 10 years of, dictatorship under Trudeau. And now we've got Carney liberal government, and it's not necessarily any better. It's also not necessarily worse. We're going to find out on November 4th how much debt we're really in with this budget. But it's a little scary. It's a little scary, man.
Hi, Prime Minister. Murray Brewster with CBC News. President Trump says he's canceled these trade talks because he's upset about the Ontario government ad. We've heard from the Business Council of Canada and even some of President Trump's own advisors who suggest the frustration with Canada runs deeper. So is this about the ads, or is this about something else?
Well, look, as I say, and there were a series of very detailed, very specific, very comprehensive discussions, negotiations on the areas I just listed to in response to the previous question, up until the point of those ads running. First point. Second point, I would suggest you take the president at his word for his reason. And that is the reason why, from the perspective of the federal government, which I'm responsible, we stand ready to pick up on those discussions when the United States wishes to pick up on those discussions. So those in the room, those exchanging term sheets, those having the discussions about specific areas where we can make mutual progress to the benefit of workers and businesses and communities in our respective countries, had been making progress. Those ads came, the president had the reactions which you have seen, made the decisions that he has made, which, those are his decisions to take.
I don't know if I'm stupid, which I know, yeah, probably there's going to be a lot of people that say I am, but I have no idea what the hell he's even saying. Do you guys know what he's saying? Like, if you put a gun to my head and said, summarize what he just said, something about the ads, I feel like there's so much word salad there. My brain just starts to go on like autopilot, and I start to daydream about literally anything else. I can't even tell you what I was just thinking about. I wasn't fantasizing about like what I'm going to have for dinner or sitting on the beach. Like, I don't even know what the hell I was thinking about. I have no idea what Mark Carney just said. None. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here and I'm blank in the face. I have no idea what he just said. And I feel so stupid for feeling this way. Do you guys also feel this way? 'Cause my brain is empty right now. No idea. No idea. Somebody please summarize down in the comments what the hell Mark Carney just said, so I can at least attempt to read it off the comments and seem somewhat knowledgeable. Because I have no idea. I have no idea what he just said. I'm sorry. We're all watching the same thing. Maybe we're all just like, it's like brain rot. It's like, 1 o'clock in the morning, your eyes are half closed and you're like flipping through Family Guy or something just for background noise. But I honestly have no idea what the hell our prime minister just said. And it's probably so important too. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. We'll never know. We'll never know.
and we're in the situation we're in.
Follow-up? As a follow-up, Prime Minister, given everything that we've seen, do you really think the United States is interested in making a trade deal with Canada?
Look, we are their second largest trading partner. We provide a series of...
Again, like, do you think that America wishes that Canada values Canada as a trading partner? It's like a yes or no question. What the hell is he talking about, dude? Again, he's losing me. Is this the point of politics? Because if it is, man, I'm screwed. Like I don't know how I was able to ever comprehend what Justin Trudeau was saying, but I got no idea what the hell Mark Carney's saying. None. I've already forgotten what the question was, and we just heard it 10 seconds ago. That's how bad Mark Carney, or how good he is at speaking like a politician, I guess.
Essential goods for their economy. We are one of many providers, but we provide in some areas essential goods for their economy. And we create more room for them to do other things. I'll give you an example. If you look at Canadian exports of aluminum to the United States, and aluminum is bauxite and energy. I mean, there's a little more to it, but you can simplify it to that. The embedded energy in the Canadian aluminum exports, which provides 60% of the aluminum to the U.S. market, is the equivalent of the energy of 10 Hoover dams in the United States. Now, is the best use of that scale of energy, creating that scale of energy to make aluminum in the United States, as opposed to continue to foster and power the AI revolution, which the U.S. is leading, or power homes and others. I mean, these are decisions for the United States to make. Point being, as a supplier to the United States, and I gave aluminum as one, I could give many examples, we are an important supplier in many areas. As well, we are a large customer. For over 30 states, Canada is the largest
I have no idea what the hell he's talking about now.
Export customer for those states in the United States. So there is a very strong, deep trading relationship, and there is an alignment of interests in many areas. And that's the reason why we have elements of the arrangements that we have today with a large degree of low tariff trade and the benefits from that.
Can we just make politics dumb again? Has it ever been dumbed down? I need it dumbed down. Maybe there's some nerds out there that love this, but I have no idea what the hell he's talking about. Wasn't he asked if Canada and America are ever going to find a deal? And he's like, oh, Canada, the size of Hoover Dam energy. Like, what the hell is he talking about? I'm so bored. I think I might fall asleep on camera, and I'd hate to do that. I really, really would. But honestly, I have no idea what the hell he's talking about. And I'm listening. I'm not distracted. The only thing in my ears is this. The only thing I'm looking at is this. And I got no idea what the hell he's talking about, dude. My mind is drifting away. I don't know. Maybe I need rum in my coffee. I don't know. But I need politics to be dumbed down again. Like yes or no questions, multiple choice. Like I can't do this. I can't do this. Is too complicated for me. I don't like this at all. I can't. I mean, dissecting this is one thing, but even just fully understanding and having the tolerance to listen to this stuff without any interruptions is insane. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're looking for uninterrupted video of Mark Carney talking about whatever the hell he's talking about, but I don't think you're going to find that here because I think I'm going insane listening to this guy talk, and I need to just add my own, common sense speech on top of this because this is mental. I'm sorry, but the way this guy talks is mental.
We're ready to have those discussions to further improve them, and we'll have them when it's appropriate. But we're not resting because we can build. The return on building at home is far greater than the hit from trade turbulence with the United States. And the opportunities internationally are considerable. And candidly, Canada has not focused on the relationships to the same extent as we should have in any trading environment with the United States, let alone a situation where they're changing their trade policy. And that's what we're doing now.
Next question.
Judy Trin was
What the fuck did he just say? I got. Please, somebody summarize down in the comments. I'll read your comment. I got no idea. I got Hoover Dam, something. I got no idea. This guy is, by political standards, if a politician is good based off of how boring they speak, because that's how politics might be designed, is to just be so boring and or confusing for the average person to either comprehend or even be remotely interested in it, then by all standards, Trudeau was good at politicking, and I think Carney's good at politicking too. He is so good at speaking in circles and not actually answering things. He's so good at it. And I have such a problem with that, because I think that your average person, and I use average person as myself, my own brain, should be interested in politics. Not even be able to comprehend it, but should just naturally be interested in politics. And the way that the Conservatives are able to talk, the way that Pierre Poilievre is able to talk, the way that he gets up in question period and says, yes or no, is this true? Yes or no, is this happening? Like, that's good. We need more of that. But the way that the Liberals talk, like, what the hell are they even? It's so boring. It's such a deterrence for the average person to even be interested in this. And that's a problem in Canada. And I don't know how you fix it. You got to elect a different government and different people. I don't think that you can write laws to prevent this. Maybe you can have certain things where if a politician doesn't actually answer a question, they get penalized, like financially or something. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. But whatever the hell this is, this has to change at some point, because this is mental.
DTV News. Donald Trump says he doesn't want to see you at all at APEC. Has the Canadian government given any consideration to the possibility that he doesn't want to negotiate? And do you have a contingency plan for that?
We have lots of, yes. The short answer is yes. To your follow-up, no, I'm not about to detail those contingency plans.
See? Okay, good. Right there. Like, that was a good answer. I don't like the guy, but that right there was the short answer is yes. Canada has contingency plans for all this stuff that's happening with America. That right there is like phenomenal. Like, answer every question like that with a one-liner, like one sentence, not a paragraph, not a soliloquy, not a Macbeth speech, but one sentence. Yeah, we've got contingency plans. I'm not going to tell you what they are. We're going to keep those close to our chest, but I've got contingency plans. Like, that's good. Like, good job, buddy. Like, hey, that's a step in the right direction.
But I will go to the big, obvious plan that is there in plain sight and will be further detailed in the budget on November 4th. And we have been saying this for months. I said this before I was elected. Emphasize the importance of us giving ourselves far more than any foreign government could take away, whatever the trading environment. And that's to build at home and to build strong at home. And we intend to unleash hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars of investment right here at home. Well, not right here, but metaphorically there at home in Canada while we're building these partnerships.
Less than a month ago, you were at the White House. You seemed very cordial, friendly with President Trump. The two of you were joking. You said you were going to walk away with a good deal. He said that we would be very happy. Is the U.S. toying with Canada? And how did your relationship with Donald Trump go south so fast?
It's a question for him.
Next question. Yasmin?
Hey.
Yasmin Midzi.
I don't necessarily like the contents of that answer, but that's a question for him. There you go. At least he didn't go on a long-winded speech about whatever the hell he normally talks about. There you go. One-liner. One-liner. That's a question for him. Good job, buddy.